Welcome back, everyone, to Data Science for Everyone. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about Node.js. Let's get started. So, for those of you that don't know, that Node.js is utilized to be able to use JavaScript from a server. So, it's a server-side runtime environment for JavaScript. Now, this is very useful for us whenever we want to start running different operations. So, if we want to set up our own D3 server, or we want to test out some new functionality within JavaScript. So particularly in the next couple of videos, we'll be talking about JavaScript modules. So for today, though, I just want to kind of show you how to kind of run Node.js and maybe just install maybe some fun things. So first off, you need to go on and download Node.js. And again, it should grab for you the specific version. So for example, I'm on a Mac. Well, then it gives me the proper download for it. Then you can click on it. You can go on and install. Again, but I already have it installed, so I'm going to disagree. And what this should give you is some command line tools once you have done the installation. And so you can start having Node, okay, here. And this is actually just some basics. This becomes kind of an interactive environment for JavaScript. Okay, so then you could play with it if you so choose. Now again, you can see here I have a late version, so I may want to go on and update Node at this time. So, and I can do my updating, since I already have it installed, with a thing called Node Package Manager, so NPM. So let me exit out of here. So, whoops. Pull that back up. All right, and I've exited out of there. Let me clear this. And so I can go on, as I said, I can update Node. And so I can, whoops, I can go here and do npm, and we can do install gn. Oh, and I see, so see here, you can see that there's some errors here, and that's because I need to give it access. So for those of you that are Mac-based, you can do sudo npm install gn for Node, and I can put in my password. Oops. There we go. And you can see that it uploaded and updated some of my packages. And so maybe, for example, I want to go on and completely update everything. And so I can do something like npm install Node. Okay, and so you can see here that it's giving me the newest installation. And again, it may take some time depending on what you need, but that's fine. And it should be able to have it again. It's giving you maybe some warnings or something like that, but don't worry about those. They're usually quite fine. You can fix them, you can audit them, whatever you'd like to do. Now, the next thing I'd like to talk about is how to install some packages. So in some of our examples, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be maybe needing some packages. And so one of them that we would be using is the HTTP-server. Now, some of you may be used to using a Python server or anything else, and you can use those. I'm not saying you don't have to, but since I'm going to be talking more and more about JavaScript and utilizing Node, I thought it'd be nice to actually use a Node server for this. So you can use, in this instance, we would want npm install global HTTP server, and let that install. And here it's telling me an error because I did not put in my password. Sudo npm install global HTTP server. All right, and so now it sees here that I've installed, or in this instance, I've updated a package. Okay, now how do we actually use this to create up a server? Well, you can do this by doing something like HTTP dash server here, and you can do something like proxy http:/local host, and let's say that you want it at 8080. Okay, and I'm putting a question mark here for to assist with some stuff here, to basically double check if things are working. So here you can see here now that we have a server running, okay, at potentially two different locations. So 192.168-4-44:8080 or here, and we can click on those, and they can again in some instances, since I actually have something running on this one, it says hello class, I miss you. But again, this is because I have actually another example running up in the background that's actually happens to be running there. So, but you can see that it is a nice utilization of that. Now, again, we can also use this to have a bunch of different other modules. And let me pull actually some of those up. So, oops, and I don't have that visual for you guys. So I can come over here. I can pull this up for you. And again, we have common JS modules. Okay, and again, you have a bunch of different things that you can do, how to actually structure modules, etc. But what this will be used for in this series is we'll be creating up modules, and we're going to be actually applying them to our websites and to our applications. So one other thing we can maybe Google in here real quickly is most used Node modules. Okay, and so here we can actually look at maybe some very common Node modules that are used in here. And again, this can be used for a lot of other things just besides these types of modules. So if you ever want anything to be server side, you want to go on and import those as well. So again, you can see here we even have all kinds of fun stuff, but also as in some of our other examples. So I can do d3.js, for example. Okay, as we've been talking about these past couple weeks, we can go into the get started area, and if I scroll down here, for example, you can install it using NPM. So you can use yarn, npm, pm. And so for here, if you wanted to have and again, in our instance, let me clear the server out. We could do npm install d3. Okay, and so then later on, when we're wanting to grab and utilize data-driven documents, all we would have to do after this is to import them in. So using the import all from D3 as D3 from D3, or you want to maybe just grab in some small, like maybe you just want select, maybe you just want select all, or maybe you want to grab from the D3 array, maybe you just want the mathematics in there, so the mean and the median, etc. Now, again, this is going to be very useful, particularly if we'll be talking about React later on in the series as well. So this is just going to be a useful opportunity for you guys to start to get used to Node. And again, probably from here on out, we will start using Node for most of our JavaScript examples, at least in order to utilize the HTTP server function. So if you guys like this and you want more of this, please comment, subscribe, and hit that like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.